parrot.
One just landed on the umpire.
But it sure made a hero out of little Cushy, who got off his tushy to defend Mom. Jeannie Merce, CNN, New York.
That is so chaotic.
That clip where she just drags the dog out of
I
camera.
wonder what brought the hawk in the first place. Do you think it was the guitar playing?
It may be the guitar playing. There was that food on the counter.
That too. Maybe looking for a snack.
Maybe looking for a snack. How lovely of the dog to try and defend, and unfortunately,
It may have made things a bit worse.
I think so too. I saw that on TikTok a little bit ago, and oh my goodness, chaos.
So much chaos.
Not as, maybe a little bit of chaos this weekend as well. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. That haze is still in our area, but oh my goodness, extreme heat across our region. I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of your day and your weekend coming up.
Plus, a drought advisory has been issued for the state of Washington with very little precipitation recorded over the spring and summer. And we have new details about an emergency landing at the Spokane airport and the alleged threat made on board the plane. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
We are really in the heat of things now. I mean, we've been in summer for a little while, but it's really starting to feel hot out there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we definitely got a lot of that heat early on, but it wasn't in the hundreds quite yet. We did have the hottest day of the year so far was June 30th, 100 degrees. And then we had 100 degrees yesterday, and we might be hitting 101 today in some regions. So that would make today the new hottest day of the year.
Okay.
Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. It's going to be a hot day. That haze that we've been experiencing all week now is finally on the way out. Should be gone for a very, very clear weekend ahead. Dry, mostly clear, hot day. We have heat advisory in Grant County today, and we're issuing a weather alert day for Sunday to make sure that we all stay a little bit cool this weekend. It's going to be a very, very hot one that's ahead. If we take a look at our temps right now, mostly in the 50s and the 60s, 59 in the Tri-Cities and in Ellensburg. Other than that, mid to low 60s across the region, so pretty nice as you step outside this morning. For our daily planner, 98 degrees for the Yakima Valley. In the Tri-Cities, 101, hottest day of the year so far, and Walla Walla is seeing 100 degrees, so very, very hot day that's ahead of us. I'll let you know what this weather alert day means in my full forecast that's coming up.
The Washington State Department of Ecology has issued a drought advisory. Officials say this is an early warning that we may see a drought after an abnormally dry spring and early summer, and the warmest May they've ever recorded. We did have a wet and snowy April, but the quick warm-up melted all that snow in a hurry, and now the Department of Ecology says stream flow is projected to be about 75% of where it should be. Governor Inslee is planning to travel to Skamania County today to see firefighters work on the Tunnel 5 fire. It's still burning along the Columbia, just across from Hood River, Oregon. At last check, the fire was just over 550 acres and considered 5% contained. Hundreds of firefighters are working to get the fire under control. While the red flag warning for the area expired last night, crews are still dealing with gusty wind, and about 10 miles of State Route 14 is still shut down. Starting today, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife put restrictions on campfires and target shooting because of the extremely dry conditions. Campfires will be banned on state land in eastern Washington, even inside a fire ring. You can still use a gas or propane stove. You can't smoke outdoors or go off-roading, and shooting, other than legal hunting, will not be allowed on most public lands. It's not just eastern and central Washington. We're continuing to track a large fire prompting a federal funding response over on the peninsula just east of the Olympic National Forest. Drew Mickelson talked to people who had to leave their homes at a moment's notice.
This is the view out Christina Witt's backyard.
Walking through this morning and seeing all the ashes and debris come this way, it was even scarier.
2 sprinklers, her last line of defense after a sleepless night.
In the 37 years I've been alive, I've never had to worry about my property catching on fire. Happy 4th of July!
The fire started around 2 Tuesday afternoon in a rural part of the county, but near hundreds of homes.
It became a nightmare. People were already starting to panic. You could feel the heat come off from the backyards. We did everything we could before cops came and said it's time to go. I'm ready. I got my dogs ready.
Rushed home, rinsed off the roof, grabbed what I could, and took off.
In all, 200 homeowners were told to evacuate after firefighters realized they were not going to be able to keep the fire from spreading, something they were surprised to see on a day that was not windy.
What that told me is the fuel is that dry, that susceptible, that you don't need a wind event to have a big fire right now.
We're in trouble. We have a challenging season ahead, and we're just at the beginning. And every corner of our state right now is tender and ready to burn. And we need people to please not start those fires.
The fire is currently 10% contained and has burned nearly 250 acres. Level 1 and 2 evacuations are currently in place for nearby residents. Flights are back to normal at the Spokane airport after a bomb threat shut down arrivals and departures for almost 2 hours Wednesday night. Alaska Airlines says a passenger on a flight from Atlanta to Seattle made a direct threat to a flight attendant. According to court documents, the alleged passenger, Brandon L. Scott, told investigators he was hoping to divert the flight and be arrested in order to avoid being killed by a drug cartel. Investigators say Scott told them he was being targeted by the Sinaloa cartel, which was waiting to kill him in Seattle. But one passenger says they weren't told exactly what was going on.
The pilot said, "Hey, the plane is fine. They checked it out. We're good." And we were like, "Okay, well, why is the dude getting arrested?" And then it was like, "Okay, why are we deboarding?" I just got back from a long trip, and I'm like, I have nothing right now. I got my wallet and my phone. And we're just kind of in limbo here.
The FBI is in charge of investigating crimes that happen on board aircraft, including reported threats. The Tri-Cities Airport has announced exciting news for families or friends of passengers. You no longer have to worry about having a ticket to get through security to be able to say hello or goodbye to a loved one. Instead of a plane ticket, you can now apply to get a PSC pass on the Tri-Cities Airport website. You'll need a state-issued ID to get the pass, and those under 17 years old will need to be accompanied by an adult. Airport Director Buck Taft says the new program means families get a chance to spend just a few more minutes together.
Give the general public the ability to say goodbye to loved ones, have a last dinner with them before they take off, or meet them at the gate, and just give them the opportunity to go through the checkpoint and be with their family or friends or loved ones or whoever it is.
The program is limited to 10 people per day at this time, but the airport is hoping to increase that number soon. The Tri-Cities Food Bank got a large donation yesterday morning from the Church of Latter-day Saints. The church says this is the 7th delivery they've made from Salt Lake City, Utah, all the way to the Tri-Cities. Food bank officials tell us they've got about 24 pallets of food, which is desperately needed as more and more families are looking for help keeping food on the table. But the need goes beyond food donations.
Tremendous need for food, donations, drivers, and volunteers all across the board. And I believe most nonprofits are facing that, but we have lost a couple people to, they passed away, and that they were really crucial to our volunteer base. So makes it twice as hard. Not only personally how we feel about it, but just the job that they did for us every day.
You have to be at least 15 in order to volunteer. If you want to help out, you can fill out a volunteer form online at tricitiesfoodbanks.org. If you've lived in Richland or worked with Hanford's reactors, there's a good chance you know who Bob Ferguson is. Ferguson was a crucial piece of the puzzle when it came to Triton submarine, the first submarine with dual nuclear reactors that made history in the 1960s. After his passing in August of 2022, family and community members started planning to honor his community service with changing 11th Street to Ferguson Street. Christy Rasmussen says honoring Ferguson's legacy makes perfect sense.
It's really appropriate that we honor him with a street after his own last name that goes right by that Triton sub that was a nuclear sub, right? That just makes sense. And for this building that is all about the historical Hanford History Project, it makes sense that we would have him be the namesake to honor what we're doing here in this building to preserve the history of the Hanford site.
Not only was the street name changed, but a plaque was also placed in his honor that tells you more about his history. Richland's annual C3 Slam tournament kicks off tomorrow, and that could affect your commute. Starting at 6 p.m. tonight, George Washington Way between Swift Boulevard and Lee Boulevard will be closed for the length of the event. The C3 Slam tournament is an annual basketball tournament where the proceeds go toward cataract surgeries in Africa. There is food, entertainment, clinics, and of course, a lot of basketball. The tournament wraps up Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
It is a hot weekend on the day, and your Friday is also going to be hot. We'll get you ready for the scorching temps, and I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, the United States government is planning cuts in its national childhood vaccination program. That's coming up next.
Allen Brecky Law Offices is a Tri-Cities-based regional law firm which emphasizes the rights of accident victims. If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
You're getting a $1,000 check for Dayspring Ministries.
Knowing that you're helping someone else, you know, and that you're making a difference in their life. She's like my hero.
Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
In a nation united, the American flag stands tall, a beacon of hope, freedom, and unity. At Broadmoor RV, we embrace these principles that unite us. To show our gratitude, every RV leaving our lot in July will come with a custom handmade American flag crafted in the USA. So let's embrace the power of our flag by honoring those who came before us and inspiring those who will follow. When we stand united, there's no journey impossible. Broadmoor RV, you make camping possible.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-277-1540.
E.T. Vault Unlocked Tom Hanks. Never before seen interviews with the nicest guy in Hollywood.
This is Entertainment Tonight, the Bible of show business.
Next, E.T. Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Allen Brecky Law Offices is a Tri-Cities-based regional law firm which emphasizes the rights of accident victims. If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is telling states that funding cuts are coming for childhood vaccine programs. The CDC's federally funded Vaccines for Children program provides vaccines at no cost to children who might not otherwise be vaccinated. The bulk of the funding that's been lost had been directed to states to help upgrade their vaccine reporting systems, according to the CDC. The CDC says cuts are necessary because of the recent debt ceiling deal, which pulled back about $27 billion in unspent federal funding that was allocated to fight COVID-19. According to CDC data, about 95% of kindergartners were considered fully vaccinated during the 2019-2020 school year. That number now stands at 93%. Coming up, as the weather heats up, the entire nation is starting to feel the burn. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
All this week, GMA's taken you to the most beautiful main streets across America. And now this morning, Ginger will take you to what so many people think is the most amazing main street. So where are we going? Here's a hint. It's magical. This morning on GMA.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Aero Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Aero Roofing a call today.
Introducing the new line of crispy chicken pizzas from Little Caesars. Large pizzas with white sauce and crispy chicken, topped with either a swirl of barbecue, buffalo, or garlic parm sauce, or choose no swirl at all. New crispy chicken pizzas available online for $9.99.
Pizza. Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. With our personal approach, Spencer Carlson makes it so easy for you to enjoy the shopping and design experience. You'll love the process as much as you'll love the results. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
I've been reading Cosmo.
Next live, Patrick Wilson and Juan Archuleta. Plus, it's Foodfluencer Friday.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is a great time of year.
Stacy Lee, she knows the Northwest, and she knows Northwest weather.
I think we all need to take more time to stop and smell the roses.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. On your side.
Matt Damon and Emily Blunt are ready to blow up the summer box office. Their new film about the first atomic bomb. Then drama, heat, and Aiden back in Carrie's life. And just like that, secrets. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Broadway's Rock of Ages Band. July 21st at Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're taking a live look outside right now in Richland. Still a little bit hazy as we start our day, but that haze is going to be heading on out by our weekend. It's a dry, mostly clear and hot Friday. So we've kind of been experiencing all this week, a lot hotter today. However, and we're issuing a weather alert day for our Sunday because of extreme heat across eastern and central Washington. So we've had that haze and smoke across our area all this weekend. As we see here, it's going to start to make its way out of our area as we head through our Friday and into our Saturday. So it's lingering just a little bit in the Yakima area today, but it will start to make its way out. We do have some moderate air quality in the Yakima Valley right now as it continues to linger, but most of eastern Washington is in the green, which is very, very good. That air quality is due to the haze across the region. If we take a look at our futurecast, mostly clear across our Friday. Some clouds and some light showers start to pop up here and there throughout our Friday and our Saturday evening. However, we are staying mostly clear and just a couple clouds across our next couple of days. And again, some of those very light showers for the next couple of days. Our temps right now, mostly upper 50s, lower 60s across the region, 59 in the Tri-Cities and Ellensburg. Otherwise, mostly lower 60s and 67 in Walla Walla right now. Highs for today, mid to upper 90s in the Yakima Valley, in the Mid-Columbia, upper 90s, lower triple digits And in the blues, we're seeing upper 90s and triple digits as well. It's going to be a warm night tonight across the entire region. That haze is starting to clear out, and there's high temperatures across the entire region, which means we've got some warnings in Grant County. Winds are also low. In Grant County, we have a heat advisory until Sunday night. Again, high temperatures across the region. And here's some tips from the National Weather Service for this weekend's heat wave. Stay indoors if possible. Drink a lot of water and check on those who are vulnerable to the heat. That's children and the elderly. And if you're going outdoors, dress in light clothes or go early in the day or late at night. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, it is hot for the next 3 days in Yakima, and then it settles down to the lower 90s for the start of our next work week. But boy, it's a hot next couple of days. In the Tri-Cities, hundreds for the next 3 days, and then once again we settle down for the start of our next work week. Drink lots of water, stay out of the sun if you can. And in Walla Walla, very, very hot as well for the next 3 days. Settling down into the start of our work week on Monday in the lower 90s. Overnight lows are going to be pretty nice and warm, but for going down to the upper 50s later on at the start of next week. It's a very hot day today. It's a hot day into the weekend. So stay safe, drink lots of water, stay in the shade, or stay inside. Have a great weekend. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And severe storms are hitting the country. A funnel cloud was seen near Denver, and a landspout was seen further east. But the big story remains the brutally high temperatures. ABC's Lionel Moise reports.
It's a heat that's not just uncomfortable.
Buddy, hey, can you hear me, man?
It's scary. Authorities in Arizona releasing this video of a terrifying moment for 2 hikers near Tucson. Border Patrol agents airlifting them to the hospital. One hiker suffering extreme heat stress, the other losing consciousness, overcome by the triple-digit temperatures. Around the country and around the world, the heat is inescapable and record-breaking. Monday was the hottest day the planet has experienced since record-keeping began, until the record was surpassed on Tuesday and Wednesday.
It is first week of July. We've got climate change. We've got El Nino. These temperatures in the waters behind me, they're above average as well. So yeah, we got a long summer ahead of us.
Today, high temps in the 90s or hotter from Maine to Miami, 96 in Vermont, and in the West, heat advisories in at least 6 states. El Paso expected to hit 105, its 22nd consecutive day of triple-digit heat.
We're going to break that record. 23 is the record, as we talked about, consecutive 100-plus days. Look at that. Saturday, Sunday we'll break that record.
These scorching temperatures amplified by climate change, and we're now seeing one of the most dramatic impacts from our warming climate in something called ghost forests. Our Ginger Z visited one in New Jersey.
A ghost forest is one of the most striking images where we can see the climate changing, and rapidly. You know, coastal forests, they sink and then sea level rises naturally, but we've advanced that sea level rise so quickly, especially here in the mid-Atlantic, we are losing forests because the salt water intrudes on the roots here faster and up to 14 times faster than just 150 years ago.
In the coming decades, hundreds of thousands of acres of forests along the U.S. coast are set to suffer the same fate. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
This week, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell hosted a space summit in Western Washington at the Blue Origin headquarters in Kent. Earlier this year, Blue Origin got a NASA contract that's expected to bring 1,000 jobs to Washington. But Senator Cantwell's office says that's just a fraction of Washington's $4.6 billion space industry.
The question is, what do we need to do to continue to make ourselves more competitive? From machining to material science, we must increase and support manufacturing technologies like high-rate composite manufacturing and train and skill the technical workers to fill these jobs. Today's jobs and tomorrow's futures jobs are going to depend on the manufacturing sector assembled here today.
It's not just space exploration either. Cantwell's office says SpaceX is building around 30 Starlink satellites every week at its facility in Redmond. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is stepping up security at the Gorge Amphitheater this weekend as Dead & Company is set to perform as part of their final tour. The Sheriff's Office says they will have extra officers at the Gorge and nearby campgrounds just in case. Deputies will not be searching vehicles or screening people at the concert. They're leaving that up to private security. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a legendary band has announced their final tour. The Eagles are saying goodbye.
Should we sell the car and get something bigger?
Yeah, we can do both on Cars.com.
But what if it's twins? What if it's quadruplets?
Are you freaking out?
I got this.
Cars.com. Where to next?
Shop Macy's Black Friday and July specials now, like underwear, bras, and more starting at $9.99. Up to 65% off Samsonite, Travel Pro, and more, and Effie Fine jewelry. Download the app for even more great deals at Macy's.
Join us Saturday, July 15th in historic downtown Prosser for the 19th annual Prosser Art Walk and Wine Gala. Sip award-winning wines and craft beer while strolling creations from artisans throughout the Pacific Northwest. Enjoy live music and a variety of food trucks for an evening not to be missed. Tickets are just $20 and on sale now at tourprosser.com/artwalk.
I'm currently out of the office, focusing on a little blue sky thinking. I'll be taking meetings with family and friends and checking voicemail as my activities permit. I'll connect with you after reconnecting with me. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months on most 2023 Cadillac models. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings, contact our Human Resources Department, 509-735-8369 to request notices.
Apple Valley News Now open positions can be viewed on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Floor scuffs, tears, and nasty scratches. Forget them for good with Ruby Sliders, the chair leg covers that stretch to fit most chairs and make floor marks a thing of the past. Slide it here, slide it there, slide it anywhere. Just slip them on and keep your floors looking like new. They fit any size or shape furniture leg and glide effortlessly. Forget flimsy felt pads and caps that don't fit. Just stretch it on and slide it. Call or click now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping.
Suicide's a serious problem for all, but for minorities, the problem's even greater. If you're having severe emotional issues, get help. More information at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
This is Broadway's Rock of Ages Band. July 21st at Legends Casino Hotel.
The legendary band, The Eagles, has announced its final tour titled The Long Goodbye. It's set to kick off in New York in September. The band members say they know how fortunate they are, and they are truly grateful. The tour will initially have 13 stops and is set to culminate in St. Paul, Minnesota in November. However, in a statement, Eagles members Don Henley, Joe Walsh, Timothy B. Schmidt, and Deacon Frey will perform as many shows in each market as their audience demands. Vince Gill will continue to fill in for the late Glenn Frey. Longtime friends and fellow Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Steely Dan will be the opening act. Tickets go on sale July 14th. Britney Spears has filed a police report accusing a member of NBA star Victor Wembanyama's security team of smacking her. She says it happened when she was trying to get a photo with the Spurs rookie at a Las Vegas restaurant Wednesday. Spears says the security guy backhanded her in the face, nearly striking her down and knocking her glasses off her face. Wembanyama told reporters Thursday he didn't see what happened, saying someone grabbed him from behind and security pushed the person away. He says he didn't know how much force was used, and he found out a couple of hours later it was the famous pop star.
I thought it was no big deal. And the security of the Spurs told me it was Britney Spears. So I was like, no, you're joking. But yeah, it turns out it was Britney Spears. I know, but I didn't know because I didn't see her. I never saw her face.
Spears released a statement on social media Thursday evening saying she did not grab Wembanyama from behind, but tapped him on the shoulder to get his attention because it was really loud there. Las Vegas police say they conducted an investigation into an alleged battery. There is a police report, but no arrests or citations have been issued. Spears is asking for a public apology from Wembanyama and his security or the team. Coming up, the United States is considering sending controversial weapons to Ukraine as they continue their fight against Russia.
On the news, Bachelorette! Woo!
Watch Monday night on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City.
Ooh, someone just got the new DQ Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard. All that DQ soft serve cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and signature sprinkles? Dad, you said you'd wait until you got home before digging in.
I never said that.
Pretty sure you did. Ooh, cue the confetti!
That's cold.
Because the new DQ Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard won't be here forever. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it in the app.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Looking down at your computers and phones is causing pain. Major publications are calling it text neck, and it could be causing long-term bad posture. Well, now there's Hemvana Aero Posture, the amazing back support which pulls your shoulders back and aligns your spine to help relieve pain. Woven with hemp fibers from the cannabis sativa plant, Aero Posture uses the latest technology for comfort and stability. Just slip the straps over your shoulders and fasten. From the second you put it on, your posture will start shifting, relieving pain, and you stand taller. It utilizes triple strap support, 2 which gently pull your shoulders back and 1 which reinforces your slouched spine.
This x-ray is of a person that hunches, causing increased wear and tear on the joints. This x-ray is of a person that has proper, healthy position of their spine. Aero Posture helps get your neck and back into a healthy position.
I look down at my phone all day long, which causes me a lot of pain. But with my Aero Posture, I have no more pain.
Back braces are hard to hide, but Aero Posture is virtually invisible. Its padded and comfortable straps cradle you and are fully adjustable to fit anybody. Woven with the soothing fibers of the cannabis sativa plant, its blend is so light and breathable, you'll forget it's on. Bulky braces can cost over $100. Now enjoy Hemvana Aero Posture for just $19.99. Plus, you can also get a jar of our best-selling new Hemvana Pain Cream. The unique formula helps ease the pain in your lower back, knees, shoulders, and more. One simple application can rapidly penetrate the skin and give you relief. Just pay a separate fee. Hemvana Aero Posture comes with a complete 100% money-back guarantee. You can get it all, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-709-2194. That's 1-800-709-2194 or visit aeroposture.com. So call 1-800-709-2194 or visit aeroposture.com now.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
As Ukraine continues to mount its counteroffensive, the United States is expected to supply controversial munitions in the war against Russia. And a meeting toward the end of Trump's presidency is drawing the focus of the special counsel's investigation into the former president.
And that haze that we've seen all this week is on its way out today, and severe heat means we're coming up on a weather alert day Sunday. I'll tell you what that means for us coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Now, Riley, it has been a little while since we've actually issued a weather alert day, and we know that because of the high heat, that means people need to take some extra precautions.
Definitely hydrate. Hydrate.
Yes.
If you're going to be going outside, we have the C3 Slam this weekend in Richland, so if you're going to be attending that, It's going to be very, very hot. So please drink some water, stay out of the sun if you can, and let's see, stay inside if you can as well, because it's going to be in the hundreds in a lot of our region.
Yes,
So
do what you can to stay safe.
do what you can to stay safe on this weather alert weekend, basically. It's going to be just hot all weekend. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. We do see some of that haze still in the region, but a lot less than we've seen in the last couple of days. It's going to be on its way out tonight from our region, and hopefully we're going to have a very, very clear weekend. Dry, clear, and mostly very, very hot Friday. Extreme heat across eastern and central Washington today and into our weekend, and Sunday we're issuing that weather alert day to stay warm, or to stay cold. Stay cool this weekend because it's going to be very, very warm. Let's take a look at our temperatures right now. We're seeing mostly in the 50s and the 60s, 59 in the Tri-Cities, 58 in Ellensburg, 68 in the Walla Walla area. Other than that, mostly mid to low 60s. So staying pretty warm this morning. 98 degrees in the Yakima area. Tri-Cities is at 101. Very hot day today, and 100 in Walla Walla. More safety tips and what happens when we get a weather alert day is coming up in my full forecast. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Now to the war in Ukraine as Kyiv's forces continue a steady counteroffensive against Russian troops. The Biden administration could be close to announcing it's supplying Ukraine with cluster munitions, which can strike several targets at once. That development comes after a deadly Russian airstrike in Lviv, close to Ukraine's border with Poland. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest.
Far from the front lines of eastern Ukraine, a search for survivors amid smoldering rubble in Lviv. At least 7 killed in that western city after one of Russia's heaviest missile attacks on a civilian area since its invasion last year. The Russian airstrike coming as Ukraine remains focused on retaking territory in its steady counteroffensive. ABC's Martha Raddatz asking Ukraine's President Zelensky about the effort.
What is your assessment of how the counteroffensive is going right now?
All of us, we want to do it faster because every day means new losses of Ukrainians.
Pentagon officials are not ruling out providing cluster munitions to Ukraine.
That is something that is under consideration.
Cluster munitions, which Russia is now using, are shells packed with smaller bombs that explode and strike targets across a wide area. The munitions also highly criticized because they can also leave unexploded fragments behind, risking injury and death to civilians. Many U.S. allies have signed a treaty banning their use. Zelensky urging the U.S. and Western allies to send more weapon support now.
Food dragging will lead to more lives lost.
The U.S. could announce its decision on cluster munitions as soon as today, following back-to-back reports of Russian jets harassing U.S. drones over Syria. Moscow says the U.S. was violating protocols. Special counsel Jack Smith zeroing in on a chaotic Oval Office meeting that reportedly took place in the final days of the Trump administration. This comes as Smith's team appears to be close to charging decisions in the investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. Sources say the former president reportedly considered desperate proposals to keep him in power over objections from his White House counsel. The emphasis on the December 18th Oval Office meeting ties in with the special counsel's broader effort to investigate several Trump lawyers and allies between December 14th, 2020 and January 6th, 2021. Sources say the prosecutors are particularly interested in December 14th because on that day, Republican electors in 7 battleground states signed certificates falsely asserting Trump had won. On the same day, members of the Electoral College met in all 50 states to officially cast their ballots, declaring Joe Biden the winner. The investigation into cocaine found at the White House is expected to wrap up early next week. A federal law enforcement official says the Secret Service will conclude its probe regardless of whether a suspect is identified. As of Thursday, investigators had begun reviewing visitor logs and security footage. However, they hadn't yet received DNA or fingerprint analysis. The bag of cocaine was found in a cubby near the ground floor entrance of the West Wing. Staff-led tours that typically occur on the weekends pass through that entrance, and visitors are asked to leave their phones in those cubbies. The cubbies are also sometimes used by staff who need to leave their phones behind for security reasons. The official says it may be hard to identify a suspect given the number of people who pass through that area. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
It is a hot weekend on the way, and your Friday is also going to be very, very hot. We'll get you ready for those scorching temps and for the haze to get out of our area at last. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, a guitar maker is shifting gears a bit and making guitar toys designed to help young kids learn how to play.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Oh, check out these spicy birds. Look at those little dots. Those are spice dots. Are we making boxes? A box of birds for just $5.49? Jack, you crazy.
There's more to life than the car you drive. It's the smell of fresh air and thrill of the outdoors, the celebration of life, and the family that lives it with you. It's those little moments you wish would never end. Whether you need room for 8 or enough torque for your weekend escape, no matter what your adventure, Corwin Ford will help you get there. Corwin Ford, family driven for over 100 years.
Top Tree Service is committed to providing the best service and experience possible. From the first call to schedule your estimate, through our final after-service follow-up call ensuring complete satisfaction. Your trees are valuable assets, and we ensure our ISA-certified arborists will protect your investment. The health and safety of your trees are our top priority. Call today to schedule a free estimate and experience the Top Tree Service difference for yourself.
It's a celebration of Merlot this summer in Walla Walla, July 13th through the 15th. Join more than 50 Walla Walla wineries for Celebrate Walla Walla Valley Wine. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium Merlots during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Participate in this full sensory experience from July 13th through the 15th. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Look at those spicy birds right there. Woo, y'all are 100% all white meat, huh? Man, that bird is getting sauced up. Just $5.49? Okay, I like that.
Apple Valley. It's our special place we call home. From the Cascades in the west to the Blue Mountains in the east, Apple Valley News Now covers our area like no one else. On air, online, and on the go with our new mobile app. Apple Valley News Now is truly on your side.
I've been reading Cosmo. I've been reading Cosmo.
Next live, Patrick Wilson and Juan Archuleta. Plus, it's Foodfluencer Friday.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. A guitar maker in Virginia is hoping to help train the next generation of musicians. Brian Calhoun has created a new toy to teach kids as young as 3 years old to play guitar.
And the instrument has only one string and color-coded finger placement markers. It also comes with a teaching book. Calhoun says the simplicity will help young musicians learn the craft.
And he knows his stuff. He's previously built instruments for Dave Matthews, Keith Urban, Brandi Carlile. Calhoun's Tinkertars are available at Walmart. That's a cute name. Tinkertars.
Tinkertars. Adorable. And those look very easy to play.
Yes.
Personally, I've played like other instruments. I played the viola in elementary school.
Wow.
I've dabbled on the piano. Have you ever played guitar before?
I've attempted guitar, but I think these Tinkertars could maybe help me out. One string doesn't seem as overwhelming as, you know, several.
I would agree. I would definitely agree. Well, let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. It is starting out as a beautiful start to our morning. That haze is leaving our region today, and I'll have your first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, how much money do you think you need to feel financially secure? Well, the answer may surprise you. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot, where could she?
Hey everybody, I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, because she's an herbivore.
I will do your prank.
How far would you go for the ultimate payback? Johnny Knoxville, Eric Andre, and Gabourey Sidibe are
Revenge!
The Prank Panel premieres Sunday on ABC.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air. So, Richardson family, the neighbors are very curious about your new family member.
Oh, Roblizabeth?
Hello.
We built her when our daughter moved out so we could keep our family plan and save money.
With US Cellular, you don't need a fourth line to get the best deal. It's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a fourth line anymore.
This is awkward.
Now at US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us.
At LL Flooring, we're here for pros. With guaranteed support for your projects every step of the way. Get the best hardwood, vinyl, laminate, and accessories. In stock and at the best price. And with dedicated support, you can level up your business without upping your costs. Get the right service, right selection, and right price for you and your clients at LL Flooring. Sign up now for pro-exclusive pricing. Floor pros know. LL Flooring.
At Speck Buick GMC, we have a heart for serving our community. That's why this month we're partnering with several major nonprofit organizations in our region. Purchase one of our new or pre-owned vehicles and we'll donate a portion of the sale to the nonprofit you select. That's right, choose from more than 350 cars, trucks, and SUVs and help our community at the same time. Buy local and support local at Speck. Speck Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Arrow Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Arrow Roofing a call today.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you have an amazing weekend. We're taking a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Starting to be a very beautiful morning, but that haze is still around our area. Should be on its way out today and should be gone by our weekend. A dry, mostly clear and very hot day today and tomorrow into Sunday. Very hot across eastern and central Washington. Sunday, we're issuing a weather alert day in several regions because of this heat. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, how to stay safe. Let's take a look at this smoke forecast as we make our way throughout Friday. The winds are changing. It's going to be blowing this smoke and haze out of our region. So by this afternoon and into this evening, starting to settle down quite a bit and into the weekend, should be gone for some clear skies. It is lingering around Yakima just a little bit, and we can see that as we take a look at our air quality, it is still moderate in the Yakima Valley this morning, but it should be on its way out for this weekend. If we take a look at our futurecast, mostly clear skies. So we make our way across Friday and into Saturday. We do have just a couple sprinkles heading up mostly through the Yakima Valley and up quite a bit north of us on Saturday morning or Saturday evening. And on Sunday morning, just a little light shower that is heading through the area. If we take a look at our temperatures right now, mostly upper 50s, lower 60s, 59 for the Tri-Cities and Ellensburg, otherwise mid-low 60s. Walla Walla is at 69 degrees right now, so pretty nice and warm as you head outside this morning. We take a look at our temps for today, mid to upper 90s for the Yakima Valley in the Mid-Columbia, upper 90s, lower 100s. Oh, it's hot outside today. Upper 90s, lower 100s for the Blues as well. So triple digits in a lot of our regions and a warm night tonight across our region. That haze is starting to clear out by tonight, so staying pretty warm this evening. Across the region as well, we've got a little bit of wind, but it's staying pretty low. We may have wind gust in Ellensburg this evening, around 20 miles per hour, but otherwise staying pretty low across the entire region. If we take a look at this, we've got a heat advisory in Grant County that's staying around until Sunday evening. And as we've got high temps across the region, there's some tips from the National Weather Service for this weekend's heat wave. Stay indoors in AC whenever possible. Stay hydrated, drink lots and lots of water. Check on those vulnerable to the heat. And if you go outdoors, wear light colored clothing or stay outside earlier in the day or later at night when it's a little bit cooler. For our 7-day forecast in Yakima, upper 90s into this weekend. By the start of our next work week, we're staying cooler than we have been in the lower 90s. In the Tri-Cities, we're going to be in the triple-digit range in this entire weekend. We've got that weather alert day on Sunday, but if you're outside at all this weekend, it is just very, very hot, even sweltering outside and staying in the lower 90s as we get into the start of next work week. Walla Walla is pretty similar. We've got those triple digits cooling down into the start of your next work week. So very, very hot for the next couple of days. Stay indoors if you can. Drink lots of water. We've got that alert day for our Sunday in a couple of regions. So stay cool as you make your way outside this weekend. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. How much money would you need to feel financially secure or rich? In a survey, people said they would need to earn on average $233,000 a year to feel financially secure. And they would need to make $483,000 a year to feel rich or to attain financial freedom. To put those numbers in perspective, the median earnings for a full-time year-round worker in 2021 was just over $56,000. More than 2,500 adults in the U.S. took part in the Bankrate survey. 72% said they did not currently feel financially secure, although 46% said they expect to someday. The top reason cited for not feeling secure today, 63% said high inflation. That was followed by the economic environment, insufficient emergency savings, insufficient retirement savings, rising interest rates, low pay or low career mobility, high debt, and housing affordability. We will be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecasts. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. You're looking at a group of heroes who prevented a tragedy. That's 7-year-old Griffin Emerson, seen here playing in the shallow end of his apartment pool. He struggles to keep his head above water. Almost a full minute goes by. Griffin sinking to the bottom. 12-year-old Noah and 8-year-old Weston notice what's happening. Watch as Weston jumps in. He goes down and pulls Griffin to the surface. And this morning on GMA, we're speaking to those two heroic boys.
I just started pacing back and forth and wondering if he's gonna be okay.
His head was going up and down, and I knew he wasn't okay.
The rescuers were 12 and 8 years old, and they recognized it so fast.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of our exclusive interviews and the pool safety messages every parent needs to hear. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
You never know what opportunities life will send your way. But if you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis, Enbrel can help you say, I'm in for what's next. Willing to put yourself out there to try something new? I'm in. Care for a seat at the Thursday night game? I'm in. Upgrading your home court?
I'm in.
Enbrel helps relieve joint pain and helps stop permanent joint damage. And with less pain, you're free to join in. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. When opportunities come your way, be ready to say, I'm in for what's next. Ask your doctor about Enbrel.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is just about 6:54. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but first we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The Washington State Department of Ecology has issued a drought advisory. Officials say this is an early warning that we may see a drought after an abnormally dry spring and early summer, and the warmest May they've ever recorded. The Department of Ecology says stream flow is projected to be about 75% of where it should be. Governor Inslee is planning to travel to Skamania County today to see firefighters work on the Tunnel 5 fire. It's still burning along the Columbia just across from Hood River, Oregon. At last check, the fire was just over 550 acres and considered 5% contained. While the red flag warning for the area expired last night, crews are still dealing with gusty wind, and about 10 miles of State Route 14 is still shut down. Starting today, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife put restrictions on campfires and target shooting because of the extremely dry conditions. Campfires will be banned on state land in eastern Washington. You can still use a gas or propane stove. You can't smoke outdoors or go off-roading. And shooting, other than legal hunting, will be not allowed on most public lands. Flights are back to normal at the Spokane airport after a bomb threat shut down arrivals and departures for almost 2 hours Wednesday night. According to court documents, the alleged passenger, Brandon L. Scott, told investigators he was hoping to divert the flight and be arrested in order to avoid being killed by the Sinaloa cartel, which he said was waiting to kill him in Seattle. The FBI is in charge of investigating crimes that happen on board aircraft, including reported threats. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is stepping up security at the Gorge Amphitheater this weekend as Dead & Company is set to perform as part of its final tour. The Sheriff's Office says they will have extra officers at the Gorge and nearby campgrounds just in case. Deputies will not be searching vehicles or screening people at the concert. They're leaving that up to private security.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Taking a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Starting a little hazy, and that haze should be on its way out tonight. And looking forward to a very clear weekend. Got it dry, mostly clear, very hot. A couple of days that are ahead of us. Sunday, we are issuing an alert day because of these high temperatures. If we take a look, we've got a heat advisory in Grant County. We've got some very extremely high temperatures across central and eastern Washington. Here's some tips from the National Weather Service. Stay indoors when possible. Remain hydrated by drinking water, avoiding alcohol. Check on those who are vulnerable, and if you're going outdoors, stay in cool clothing or go outside earlier or later in the day. It's a very hot couple of days that we're going to be experiencing in the next couple of days. Mid to upper 90s in the Yakima Valley, in the Mid-Columbia, upper 90s, lower triple digits, and in the Blues, upper 90s and triple digits as well. A hot couple of days that we have. That haze is heading out of our region. Very glad that it's on its way out. We've been experiencing that now for a couple of days. With these high temperatures, we're seeing the triple digits, so stay cool, drink lots and lots of water, stay outside under shade if you can, or just stay indoors if at all possible because it is just scorching outside. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.